Turnabout Airlines. That is chapter 2, right? Doesn't actually... Okay. Probably is. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day 2 days ago. Oh, so in the present he's referring to 2 days... No, wait, what? What? Oh. What? Did he just get drunk? Yes, everything began high up. Come on, I didn't have a chance to read that. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Hello, Slinky. Okay, is that blood? First floor lounge. Look at this lounge. What the heck? It has a statue in it. How could that be justified, having a statue in a plane? Like, it would just... the added weight. Unless it's made of paper mache or something. He just got drunk, didn't he? Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? Oh, he got knocked out by the turbulence. As you'd expect, Edgeworth is quite loquacious. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seat belts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. Yeah, but not extreme turbulence. But... well, you'd have to have some crazy, unexpected weather conditions for that. Possible, though, but... though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Although also those statues could easily be hollow. I suppose, but... if they're gonna put statues in there, well, yeah, I guess... whoa, they're both the same person, and... what's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? What's a travel wallet? Is that not just a wallet? How is that different from a wallet? My head. Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. I'm assuming there's a strap attached, maybe. A strap? For what? What would the strap be for? From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. To do deduction time. What am I doing hesitating like this? You know, like to put it around your waist so you can't get pickpocketed. Isn't that the one thing you do to guarantee to get pickpocketed? Like having your wallet like just displayed and show strapped to your waist or just like around your belt area. Like that's the worst thing you can do is begging for someone to steal it. Under your shirt? Lays flat. Okay, I don't know, I've never seen these. I, I've only ever seen people use normal wallets, to be honest. Not a fanny pack. Um, I don't even. I've heard the term fanny pack in old TV shows like The Office, but um, I don't think these are used anymore, are they? These types of things. I think nowadays people just use normal wallets. They were probably marketed at tourists like many years ago. Uh, but now travel has become so commonplace that it's kind of integrated into just normal life. So people just dress and equip themselves as they would for their normal lives, I guess, and not have something special for traveling with. So imagine an elastic band around your waist with a thin container for cards and cash. Yeah, no, I understand what it is now, but I've never seen people using them these days. I think everywhere I've been, I've just seen people use normal wallets. Um, yeah. Hmm. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. Memories. Oh, this incident with the what happened here? It was I can't remember what even happened. He was with his dad in a lift or something. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. No, he wasn't with his dad. He was framed, wasn't he? But how long am I going to let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. Whoa, is this the German guy from the Apollo Justice? No. No, it isn't. What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your seat. Is that a lift? Yeah, it is a lift. Okay. He's dead. Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. Yeah. True, we should check his pulse. But of course they never do that in these games, do they? Return to your seat. What are you talking about? Wait, did she actually say seek? Why is there suddenly a crowd of people in my... Is this like my private suite? It seems like it. Oh no, this is just like the public lounge. Okay. She started to say... Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. Look how much alcohol this guy has. That's insane. Now, this guy on the right, he's prepared. Like he's got whatever they're called, life preserver thingy. He's got two of them. Everyone, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tenero. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. Let me off. Gladly. They actually handcuffed him and tied him up. I suppose in theory they could. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Now you listen here. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. Well, I mean, as a prosecutor, you should probably know this is what's going to happen if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. For precautions, this probably makes sense to tie him up. Or, well, don't need to tie him up. Where's he going to go? I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. What did you see exactly? Are we going to defend ourselves right here in front of her, like in the previous chapter where we didn't even go to the courtroom? We just argued right there in front of the dead body. And there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up. The weapon? How did he even die? I mean, to be honest, that seems reasonable. If he's a suspect, then yeah, sure, he probably should be detained until they land and can sort this out. And it's not a huge inconvenience to him either. I mean, what was he going to do? He's just going to sit around anyway. Miss Tinero, is it? Yes. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. Oh, he's gonna ask if he can do testimony. A chance to plead my case. A chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Well, that's what's gonna happen when we arrive. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? Flight attendant being the operative phrase, it's not her it's not her problem. Okay. Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. You have a finite HP bar, basically. Man, this is ridiculous. Okay, so did we see anything on the body? I can't remember now. He was just slumped, but there was no injury. I swear to tell the whole truth as... Okay. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm certain you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you, standing there with the fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. Okay, that's the false statement there. It was wine, wasn't it? So if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. I mean, that right there is a completely reasonable request, to be honest, but we're not having that. We're not having that. I guess we have to check to the blood statement. Yeah, this statement here. The murder weapon, dripping with blood? Really now? I swear that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it wasn't a passenger who saw, or there'd be widespread panic by now. Well, if that were true, the blood's still there. I mean, the scene's right there. They can just go and check. As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time. Excuse me? You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Since professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and I'm now listening to your defense, all with a smile. I guess this happens often on these flights. What do I even have with me? Okay, we got a badge. We got a travel wallet. What's that around his neck? Got money? That looks like the weapon right there. Some sort of bust or statue of a cat. It's got credit card on the floor. Okay. Skype Magazine. Oh, this is going to be important, isn't it? So, 6:15 AM. Which bit's AM and which bit's PM? I'm guessing the 6 on the left is AM. So she was coming around for drinks? Standing there with fresh blood dripping off of the murder weapon. Well, that isn't really a contradiction, is it? I mean, that does look like fresh blood. It's not on the floor, though. It's not dripping onto the floor. In fact, it's not dripping. Dripping is the problem with the statement. I don't know. Is that... I'm not sure. I mean, that's pretty much all I've got. What else did she say? That's the only statement she really made. In front of the elevator. Well, it wasn't in front of the elevator, it was in the elevator, but that might be... I think what she said is fine, but it was inside the elevator. Oh, but she's suggesting that we were carrying the weapon. So that's a contradiction. But we don't even have a photo of the scene, do we? What is this that we have right here? It's our notes. But it's not an actual piece of... Let's just do it. Okay, so It's not that. It was in the elevator, not in front of the elevator. Okay. Should I just go with that? Inside the elevator, yeah. Damn it, what? I mean, those were two clearly false statements. It's just not the ones we're looking for. Okay, no, I get what she's saying now. She's not talking about the body. She's saying she saw us in front of the elevator, carrying a weapon and dripping blood. Okay, fine. So that means, okay, I see why I was wrong those 2 times. But that still contradicts this photo, if this photo even is a photo. I don't know what this is. Because clearly the weapon is not in my hand. Let's have a look at the other statements. Tell the whole truth as I don't know, press. Services like fetching papers and responding to call papers? Oh, wow, newspapers. I give testimonies. What? Is this normal to be giving testimonies? Maybe it's this statement, because we know that's false. That's the most false one from our perspective. But she never actually saw us kill him, that's the important thing. Yeah, like during turbulence and stuff, not during a murder. As the plane makes a splashdown, okay. Even until the bitter end, surely you've been taught not to use that phrase. Edgeworth, you're making a fuss that the restraints aren't that big a deal. He's... what? So the only reason we're doing this is because he wants the restraints off. Because obviously he's going to be handed into the authorities either way after this flight ends. He just doesn't want to have restraints on. That's absolutely true. I mean, she made an important point there. It wasn't her decision, it was the captain's. So we can't change that now, no matter whether we convince her. Her mistake shines like the silver lining on a dark rain cloud. I'm gonna capture some of that light with evidence. Oh, I don't see it. Alright, let's have a look. What we got? Travel wallet, that can't be useful. Skype Magazine? So this says drinks are served at 6. Did she say anything about serving drinks or serving food or something? She didn't mention anything about what she was doing there, so that's irrelevant. Is there anything more to this? No. No. So this set of notes is the only evidence we have. Stopped at the first floor lounge. So he probably was killed on a different floor and sent down or up. Man, how am I stumped this early in the... The only hard statement she's making is literally just this one. It has to be this statement that's the problematic one. But I've already tried... What have I tried? Does that have blood on it? It does, but why would that matter? Oh, I get it now. I was holding that wallet. She thought that was the weapon. But that was actually just a wallet. Is that the fault? That's a bit... Oh. Damn it. Miss Tenero. I wasn't yelling. Miss Tenero. You say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood, is that correct? Okay, fine. Yeah, I get it now. I was overlooking that. To be fair, I could not see that blood on that wallet. It's basically the same color as the wallet itself. Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Tenero. What? Impossible. Now then, do you still think I'm the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? I mean, could kill someone with a travel wallet, maybe? I don't know. Is it hard? I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. Well, because it was. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff... It's wine, isn't it? I think you'd agree it's only grape juice. Ah, then... That's right, you mistook grape juice for blood. Easy mistake, I'm sure that's not the first time it's happened in Ace Attorney. Wait, who was it? It was... Phoenix, wasn't it, that drinks a lot of grape juice? The murder weapon dripping with blood does not in fact exist. Well, it does. It's there in the elevator. I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. But we've already settled the blood issue, so I demand that you show me what's inside, please. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself. Uh-oh. Oh no. Miss Tenero, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright, I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here. Am I Tenero now? Seems that this passport is all that's in here. Oh, it's Borginia. Isn't that that place from Apollo Justice where the, blind lady was from? As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? Please, hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering whose passport is it exactly? What now? Is she going to accuse me of theft? Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. This is... So his name is Akbay Hicks. Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Akbay Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. Okay, and? You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you! You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. I mean, even if I did steal it, so what? I'm not... The point here was that I didn't murder him. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon. But it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. The culprit of theft? Not the culprit of murder. Oh, she's gonna say I killed him as a motive for stealing his wallet. As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. Okay, I could have robbed a corpse. That doesn't make me murderer. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? But his money's on the floor. There's no money in the wallet. So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? So it's the money, that's the issue. Okay, so that's false, but... So, what do I present? The scene, the notes, or the wallet itself? Because it's empty. There is but a passport inside, so probably the wallet. I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenero. What is it now? Miss Tenero. How often is he going to keep saying that? I wonder if you noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? Simply put, as you saw with your own eyes, the only thing inside Mr. Hicks' wallet was his passport. Huh. If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet? Grunk, grunk. Ah, but that's right. You, Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't know it was empty when you stole it. Okay, but we can refute that by showing the money in the elevator, for which we might have a photo, but then that might just be my memory. Hello, Koo. Grunk. Yeah, this. Grunk. You would like to think that, but that's not possible. What do you mean it's not possible? There is no way the killer didn't know. There is no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with. Oh, and what makes you so sure? I can show her this, but this is not a photo, is it? This is just my mental notes. I can just describe my mental notes to her. Thing is, this doesn't prove that the wallet's empty. He could just have a lot of money. If you would recall the crime scene, I admit that the wallet was probably not empty at the time of the murder. That's pretty evident by the bills and cards strewn around the inside of the elevator. Oh no. I think you've come to realize the problem with your logic. I would surmise that the victim's wallet fell out during their struggle. And that's when its contents emptied onto the floor of the elevator. I doubt the killer could have missed such an occurrence. Then you're saying... Yes, according to your supposition, if I were the killer... No, she's gonna say now that I struggled with him and knocked the money out. I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. Well, not at the time of the struggle. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument of theft completely invalid. I don't know, both sides are making lots of assumptions now. What kind of plane is this, seriously? Will you all please be quiet? Miss Tenero. Yes? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark. No, it wasn't. It was actually very bright. And looking into the light from the elevator. Why would a lounge be dark? It's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought that I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. Oh! That's Borginian! I recognize those characters. They're like wingdings. But that's Borginian, isn't it? Someone else speaks Borginian on this plane. She is wife or something? Miss Tenero, if you could please translate, I'd be much obliged. Well, is she gonna speak Borginian? Because, like, if we learn anything with Apollo Justice, not many people speak Borginian. Sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said that he's giving the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant. I thought it was a lady, to be honest. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest. Under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. Okay. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? Oh, I see, that's just his... Not great English. I am finished talking to... Oh no, that is correct. I read it wrong. I am finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You, how dare you try to waste my time? I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. But don't dissolve in water. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinklebank II. I am a very wealthy man in the Virginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout... I have to explain? Unbelievable. I'll say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. Well, this plane's not going to speed up. What more do you want? Great. It's a witness. I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator. Ah, so the elevator's here. Going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock. Okay, so we found the body at 6:15, and he saw the elevator going down at 6 o'clock. I mean, 15 minutes is a pretty long time. But maybe not that long, I don't know. And what's the significance of that time? Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? It was a little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. But this makes it even less likely that it's me. Well, I don't get what his point is. Then I say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? Was it? I don't know that. I guess we were in the lounge, so we would have seen other people, but... Are there not many people on this flight? Only like 5? I guess so, given how much space each of them are taking up. He's got a nice big steak. Look at that baguette. The other passengers have an alibi. Well, no, they don't. They're just... That's not... They don't have an alibi at all. They're just saying that where they were. That's not an alibi. I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have, what you say, the evidence? No, because that's not how it works. You're supposed to... Burden of proof. Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw, enough to give testimony? Do I want him to? This is not helping me. Small machine. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. What? Like a Game Boy? Oh, a cell phone. Simple cell phone? A laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty, all it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Mr. Nero. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. Well, I mean, if they're accusing me, then why would they grant that? Fox in the duck pen? I mean, it makes sense. Fox in the duck pen. Fox guarding the hen house. No, I like fox in the duck pen, except what is a duck pen? I suppose you could have a duck pen. There's a good chance that some evidence would have been destroyed by then. What? Why? You're not going to let anyone near the body, are you? So nothing will be destroyed. Shut up, you. I don't know, maybe. Of course not. Ah, we will see. Or he... interesting. He might change the evidence and claim that we altered it. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. Feel free to touch the part. I assume we're not going to take the elevator though. Or maybe we are. That's a bit weird. Hello? You there! What the... Hey, wake up, you! Okay, I can't ask her questions. Okay, fine. So this is the lift right here. I can't do anything with it. I can examine the buttons. Well, that's fine. Okay, we'll take the stairs then. Can't believe there's a lift on an airplane. Have you not seen lifts on airplanes? On the big planes, I've used lifts. Like, a few years ago I flew from Frankfurt to Houston. I think it had a lift between the two levels and a staircase. But I mean, I've not often been on multi-story planes. They might have been more common when I was a kid, actually. I remember one or two when I was a kid. But I think over the years they've made planes more compact, so they can squeeze more passengers in and make more money, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this, even first class, this is a lot of space. Right then, let's go. Oh, let's have a look at the food. Yes, please do. You let a passenger die. Can we look at his art? His art? Gargantuan vase on the chair rather closely. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is just his, in Virginia, this is just their version of shaking fists. I don't know. Maybe we should have a look around here more. What is that on the table? That almost looked like something soaked in blood. Okay, this was Mr. Hicks' seat. Yeah, okay. Those are discarded N95s. Can't fly without them. Yeah, that's true. Well, as of... I think it's next week. Europe is now removing the mask thing from all flights, so you don't need masks anymore in European flights. Or EU flights, I guess. So I don't know if... Well, that... I think it would be included in UK as well, because UK seems to be the most lax out of all of Europe. Domestically, though, I don't think you need masks here in the UK, but I don't think I've ever flown domestically in the UK, ever. It's just... never had a reason to. Maybe. We should probably head down to the crime scene. Okay, fine. I mean, it seems important to go look through his belongings, though. I wonder how it is to from Thailand. Oh, definitely you need masks for that. Asia still requires masks, and also they probably should, because they still have a lot of cases. So yeah, it would be needed. I mean, Thailand still needs masks everywhere in public, even if you're walking on the beach. According to the law, you need to wear a mask. I mean, you could get away with it, but it's needed absolutely everywhere. Also, Thai airlines are not allowing you to wear a mask with a filter on. Which is weird, because those are actually the good masks, but so you have to wear a cloth mask. I was wearing one, like a proper N99 mask with a filter, and they wouldn't let me wear it. They gave me a cloth mask. Okay, how do I get that? Okay. And said I had to wear that instead, which is like, you know, it's just a cheap cloth mask. It's actually less effective. You mean like a valve? Yeah. Yeah, it's a valve. Yeah, it's silly, really. They're just making it less safe, because if I'm wearing a cloth mask, cloth masks do nothing. Might as well not be wearing a mask if you're wearing a cloth mask. N95s without exhalation valves should be okay. Yeah, yeah, they're just not allowing masks with valves, full stop. But that's just a Thailand thing. I've not seen that being a thing anywhere else in the world, or heard of it. Can I not board the... Okay, are these not the stairs? No, these are the stairs on the left. This guy has a lot of grape juice. I bet grape juice is actually just code for wine. I want to thank you for your help back there, Mr. Nero. If she doesn't trust me, then just handcuff me again. So if I lose my... when my time runs out, do I have a time meter now? Oh, I don't like being timed. Well, to be fair, in her position, like if I'm the strongest suspect, regardless of whether they have evidence or not, they should quite rightfully treat me as a suspect and keep me detained until we arrive, and then the actual authorities can deal with it. So she's probably doing the right thing. Letting me go is probably the wrong thing for her to do, to be honest. In fact, they should probably just detain everyone, just insist that everyone stays at their seats until the flight lands, like in this kind of situation. Like, how far could they be flying anyway? Is this a domestic flight, or maybe it's a long haul? No one can move between those two classes of first class, but without a staff keycard. Okay. Presumably they'd also be doing an emergency landing somewhere. I don't know. Depends whether they think they need to land in an emergency. But maybe, yeah, maybe they would consider emergency if they think someone will strike again. I mean, yeah, planes have been emergency landed for less than that, so... First class killer, oh my hands. Okay, so we're assuming that the killer is from first class? Is that what he's saying? So nobody even checked the pulse or anything? This is... No one even did the... Is there a doctor on board? And someone with a PhD is like, oh, I'm a doctor. Let's start with the pulse. Should we start with the pulse? That might be a good place to start. No, we're not going to do that. Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Someone who studied nursing would be very useful on a flight emergency. It's just weird to be a doctor and a nurse, but not an MD. Yeah, well, I guess it's all just historical reasons, really. Okay, we're gathering information. Discovery. So in this game, discovery means trampling all over the crime scene as a lawyer. Putting stuff in our pockets, which we then reveal like in a surprise move in the court case. Stuff that had never been entered into evidence. Stuff that even has blood on it. Yeah, that's how things work in this game. Piano? Can we play it? Now okay, the statues may be hollow, but that must weigh a ton. How can they justify holding a grand piano on a plane? It can play the music. It's a CD operated piano. Then there's no justification for having it, come on. I mean, that's probably how courts work in Japan. Yeah, that's... I've read about the 99% conviction rate thing. Well, no, I don't think it's because of that. I think it's just... lawyers won't bother taking a case unless they know it's going to win. So... you can probably have a good idea right from the start whether you're going to win this or not. And in America, they're more lax about it. Like, they'll take it even if it's not a sure win. But Japan, it's like, for whatever reason, maybe it's money related, or maybe it's honor related. Yeah, well, why have a player piano on them? Okay. There's smashed glass here. No, okay, by the turbulence. Well, you'd have thought there'd be some sort of... I mean, this is going to be happening all the time, isn't it? I don't know why that keeps happening. The game keeps having these micro slowdowns. The emulator. I don't have that for other games. They're just trying to process Edgeworth's logic. Don't know, particle from a participle. Oh, he's talking about language. Okay. I thought he was talking about physics at first. The statues, we've got player pianos, we've got 2 statues. Oh, so it's made of bronze. It's not hollow, it says bronze statue. What? Okay, it could be a hollow bronze statue, but even that would weigh a lot. iFly Airlines. Mr. Hugo iFly. So he hasn't changed much. Okay. So this is probably just because of the turbulence. Yeah, okay. Not a smart idea to have it on a turbulent flight then. On a flight full stop. Okay, let's have a look at the body. First and second. It can go down to the cargo hold. Okay. They probably had hold of. They had a key card. Wait. So first and second in addition to the lounge? Or are we on this? No. I assume there's 3 floors and the cargo hold. First, second, first class lounge, and cargo hold. Alright, so that's the weapon there. Is it made of bronze? You have a shop? You have an actual shop in the plane? Oh my god. Okay, what is this around his neck? Is it going to be that medallion that was evidence 2 days later? The one with the, what was it, a horse? Maybe. Yeah, I mean... I've heard of cases of, especially the elderly, like dying mid-flight, and what can you do but just leave the corpse in their seat next to the other passengers? That must be pretty weird, having to sit through a flight next to a corpse. Well, there's not much else they can do. Good thinking, Tenero. I mean, that's actually better than doing nothing. We didn't even check the pulse or anything, so... Okay, fine. So we connect using logic the murder weapon with the blunt force trauma. statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Okay, I thought she was going to say something stupid there. Well, don't be like that, Edgeworth. It needed to be said. Wow. Edgeworth is being a bit of a... Okay, so, what other things can we connect here? Where was the killer? Well, those two are connected, aren't they? Are they? True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. It's a piggy bank? Oh. Was there money in it? Well, isn't that the point? You're not meant. You're supposed to remove temptation to take the money, and when you're actually ready to take the money, you actually smash it to get the money out. Or at least that was the traditional way to use piggy banks. Like one's made of porcelain. Okay, we just happen to know Zinc's name, age, I mean. What about his hand? We're doing an investigation here. We kind of need to check such places, but... Right. Well, there's lots of... Footprints! Look, it's going to the shop area. What's that? They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they are a set of footprints. Agreed. Good thinking, Tanera. I didn't even think of that. Well, it can only help, right? They don't look too smudged. Alright, fine, whatever. But we can check the soles of people's shoes to see if they have blood on them, or red grape juice on them. Alright. But it was going to this area, so surely we should go in there now. What's this? Doesn't matter what that is. Well, I mean, we should have an interest. It could, the killer could have come from there. Killer could have been a member of staff. In fact, that's more plausible, isn't it? Because the other guests are accounted for by their own testimony, which is a bit iffy, but whatever. What else should I look at here? Lamp? Earthquake. On a plane? Or he means he thought he was on ground and it was an earthquake. Probably. I don't see anything else we can look at. Should I go back upstairs? We can't. What? Have I searched this whole area? What's this? I don't think I looked at this. No, it's just more money. What's in his pocket there? Aha! Ah, very cheerful guy there. So what was that, his phone? His cell phone? Around his neck? No, maybe. Because that's the thing that's missing, isn't it? We were told about the cell phone, but we don't see it. What the heck is that? So, okay, he's in some sort of museum. Deduce? Are we deducing something? Yeah. No, we don't have his lanyard as a piece of evidence, so... Maybe this? Crime scene notes? That's not a photo, is it? Contradiction. Is there a contradiction here? Can we look at his passport? Yeah. I mean, I want to say there's a contradiction between this and that because he was wearing that red thing and then wasn't. I don't know if that's what they're getting at. Oh, okay, let's just try then. No, it's not that spot. Hang on, go back. What I mean is that spot is connected to that. Mr. Hicks' machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone, Miss Tenero. Okay, so the killer... Okay, we know what it looks like, apparently. Okay. Is that it? Anything else we can do? Verily. Verily. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage feels most verbose. Do you pinky swear you do? You have to honor the pinky swear. Every prosecutor, every lawyer knows that. I was wondering that too. Can we put it in evidence? We don't have it in our organizer. Yeah, let's put the player piano on. Does it? Do I have enough stuff? I wasn't... What? I didn't... Okay, she's not interested in anything that I show her. This? Oh, I didn't show her the badge. Show her the badge. Wow, okay. Alright, now what? So logic? If only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with Hicks. Well, are these connected? Would the fact that his glasses are broken prove that the murder took place in the... No. No, that doesn't prove it. Well, it does, maybe, because the glass... Hang on. It sort of does. It sort of proves that the struggle took place in the elevator if this question is really questioning whether the murder took place outside the elevator. And then he was moved, but I think we're already pretty sure anyway that it took place in the elevator. So I don't think that's really a question. I think he's hinting we've already fully checked this area. Where are his glasses? They're on his face, okay. Is that money right there? Yeah. What else did I do? What's this? No. Can I go back up? No. So they want me to juice something? Wait, is that what he means? Do these two connect? Spilled grape juice implies that he rode down or up or whatever. Yeah, he went down. Yes, okay, I get it. The thing that was throwing me off is that it says spilled grape juice. The important bit was the footsteps, not the grape juice. Proof is in the pudding. Nice. Yeah, if he walked backwards into the elevator. All the more reason why we should be going and checking everyone else's shoes, shouldn't we? And they went into the shop, so we need to go there. Yay! My health is replenished. Oh god. Do you understand what I am saying? The movie is late. Are you kidding me? In this situation? He's worried about the movie? Okay. Can you just detain him, please? Why are you're not even allowed here? No, don't entertain him, just... What was his testimony again? That he saw us? What? I don't remember what he said. Okay, here we go. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator. I agree with that. You probably did. It was when the needles on my pocket watch pointed to the 6 and the 12. Interesting that he phrases it like that. So wait, what is the time? It's the time of the origin or the destination? It said so on the guide. Let's have a look. Departure time zone. Well, at least that's the time that everyone understands to be the time while we're on the flight. Fine, 6 o'clock, okay. It's just weird that he phrases it like that, but that might be important though. Because he might not have set his time correctly. Ah, I think that's it. I think he's got the time wrong. Hang on, so also, what would happen at 6 o'clock? If it was 6 o'clock... then it would be drinks time. He would be having drinks. Okay, that's not a contradiction. He may well have been drinking. I assume the pocket watch, in this case, is the one you keep checking. Is that correct? Oh, you noticed. This is a very expensive antique, I'll have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand. When's the last time you did that? It does look very well designed and quite classy. I mean, doesn't that already suggest that his testimony is unreliable because he might not have wound it up? I won't have to charge you if you want to touch it. Okay, fine. No, because we dispute that. We think there was another person in the lounge before we came to the lounge. Yeah, but he left. That's what we think happened. We were on the floor, which was really weird. How could turbulence knock you to the ground? What? That can happen if it's extreme turbulence, I guess, yeah. I've just been lucky enough never to be in such a situation. Oh, he wants us to press. Okay, that's usually a hint that we should press. Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at that time? Of course, I saw what was inside. And you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. Was he really alone? Of course, I'll bet even 1 cent. So, Edgeworth seems to think there's something wrong with this. But, I mean, that clearly contradicts a lot of things, and, well, okay, it contradicts the footsteps, maybe? Because I mean, we've convinced the air hostess that those footsteps are not ours, have we? No. This is confusing. There's so many things that all contradict each other, sort of. His claim is that we went in the elevator with the guy. So these footsteps don't really contradict that. We could have been in the elevator and made those footprints. And we could have broken his glasses. Phone? Well... it would be interesting to note if he saw the phone. Oh no, he said he did see the phone. Okay, fine. But that's not a contradiction. This isn't really a contradiction, but is it what they're getting at? I mean, it's... because, okay, what's his claim is that the murder took place when he arrived at the lounge. The elevator opened, he was about to come out, and we killed him like that. That's his claim overall. So I feel like these footsteps are a contradiction, but it's making some assumptions at our end. Let's try it. Looks like it was correct. Not really sure why though. Mr. LeBlanc. What is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There at the spilled grape juice. No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But he doesn't know that. Okay, the footprints, but he could just say we made the footprints. It doesn't actually lead from within the elevator out. It's literally just going across. It could have been us from outside the elevator. It doesn't really prove that, does it? You can't handle the truth. Oh, he's swearing at us in Borginian. Oh, Big Boobs Lady is the Borginian speaker. Okay. No way, that's totally impossible, I guess is what he said. He might be telling the truth. He perhaps there was nobody in the elevator at the point that he entered it. The Big Boobs Assassin, yes. I mean, it could have been her. She had access to the cargo hold. And they are sort of introducing her to the story as well. And she speaks Borginian. As did the victim. Very interesting. I don't think so either. So, she, Miss Boobs, she was able to enter the lift at the cargo hold, but he didn't ride down to the cargo hold, so... But, I mean, it was 15 minutes, that's a lot of time, so he may have come down to the first class lounge, had a drink, then she comes up to the lounge, and then he gets on, and then what? Why? Oh, because of the machine, okay. I went to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear, there was no one else inside. No one. That's it? Well, that sounds truthful, to be honest. Why can't I let this stand as the truth? This doesn't implicate me. Well, it sounds like it's the truth, though. I wonder if he set his watch wrong, though. I believe him. Okay, so what's the problem then? Let me ask him about this checking the time. What if he has the wrong time? So the movie was due to start at 6. He's claiming this happened at 6, but now he's complaining about the movie being late. So... therein lies the contradiction, right? No. That's drink starts at 6. The movie starts at... No, the movie does start at 6. Wait, 6 means the line? Yeah, the blue... Oh, there's a difference in colors. It's very vague, though. Okay, yeah. Movie is supposed to start at 6 sharp. And end at 8. So he was complaining that it was late. Wait, what? You set your pocket watch to the destination time, but that's not the time we're using. Okay, that's the contradiction. What's his statement though? Well, that's a true statement. Yeah, but it's a contradiction because he's... Well, he's making a true statement, though. Can we press him? Is he going to make another statement? It's the deduction of his that's the false deduction. Okay, I'll just present the TV guide. Oh, no, we do have to press him, I think. But what was Edgeworth talking about? This statement here. Okay, fine, I'm doing it. Let's present this. Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. I even set my pocket watch to the destination time when I came on board. What even is the standard? I don't think there is a standard for what time you use on the plane. Is it origin time or destination time? I can't think of a situation where it's mattered, to be honest. They just tell you your lunch is ready when it's ready, but they don't give a time. Or do they? I don't know. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. I would like you to take a look at this. Several times in this series they've brought up time zone differences as being important. Every programmer's worst nightmare. Time zones. Miss Tenero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. It was in that small Asian country, the Republic of Zhengfa. Interesting name. So we're still running on Borginian time. So Miles was flying from Borginia? What? The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. Okay. In that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. Wait, does that mean... Wait, no, that can't... What? Wait, does that mean there was a 3-hour gap then? But he would have known when they found the body and everything happened. Surely. Maybe a lot of time passed, I don't know. Oh my god, what is happening to him? What? Very much so, yes. It's a okay. I wonder if there's a reason why Miss Boobs' lady is sleepy. Is it because she was up all night murdering? Doing... I really suspect her now. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time, and what was he doing? Who's speaking? And you are? Oh, it's Miss Boobs. Yeah, oh. I'm Cammy Meal. I'm a flight attendant. And what is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 AM, you know? What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed his call button when we were parked at the transfer point. Ah. So he stopped. While he was dead. Okay. During that time, did any of the passengers leave, or did any new ones board this flight? No. So it was just a cargo transfer, but someone could have snuck off or left in the cargo, so... What about the flight crew? The few who are handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. Why has she got that stupid grin on her face? But eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. Are you sure of that? Probably, okay. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you, Mr. Akbar Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 AM. Alright, then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15 AM. Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Zhengfa. But we were already implicated to begin with, this is not new. Oh, but we were here we were here for an hour? And 15 minutes? Unfortunately, yes. But then how do we explain the footprints? Well, they're going into the shop, so can we please open that gate and check the shop? The man waited for Mr. Hicks here in this lounge, waited to kill him. And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken. For what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Why is LeBlanc even speaking? His part in this is no longer important. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? Something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge. The footprints? If we follow the footprints? We didn't find where they lead to. These footprints, in which direction do you think these are headed? That would be the in-flight shop. Correct. They are headed in the direction of the shop. But they look disconnected. They end all of a sudden. That's because there's a wall right there. You are right to point out they do not form one continuous trail to the shop. However, there is another piece of evidence that connects the shop to our crime scene. The weapon. The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. It is sold there and only there. It is not displayed here in this lounge. Now then, how then? Did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicious? The door's locked. How could I even get to the shop? It's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh? Why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that the shop is closed, right? That piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. When? What does she mean? 5:40 a.m.? Huh? Is there another way to access the shop? What? Why didn't you say this earlier? That narrows the time window a lot more. Alright then, well. Miss Tenera, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? That's the flight attendant's room. Wait, who is he talking to? I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point while he was, like, unconscious on the floor? Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Skype Magazine you were reading at the time. Wow, it's really weird that she didn't mention this earlier, but... Yeah, why not? Why didn't... What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? I'm pretty sure we can make these sorts of decisions ourselves as the flight attendants, what? Okay then. Huh? That's weird. Why is she being defensive? What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. Well, why don't we just go to the captain again and settle this matter, instead of debating? It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. You said you have permission to search all over, but you don't, and yet here you are. Pull the sheep over us. The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. What? Wait, is she actually telling the truth? I'm confused now. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Or did she just want... She just wanted to get her out of the room. What's going to happen now? Well, she's telling LeBlanc to go as well. No. Don't do it. Edgeworth, don't do it. She's not going with me. Oh, she is. It's quite a mess in here. You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then, teehee. Hold on. You can't clean up a potential crime scene? Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. Interesting that she's not my partner in this scenario. But the other lady was. They charge you for a life vest? Wow. And there's just the icing on the cake right there. We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something. They actually charge them for a lifesaver. Care to buy one? Broken cabinet. How would the turbulence cause that? Well, okay, I don't know, maybe the stuff inside fell out, but captain's hat. Isn't... Yeah, look, it's on her toy. Right there. Wait, why is the captain's hat not in evidence? I guess because it's not really related to the investigation. It just happens to be there. Okay. Should be in evidence though. Pendant? It's not a horse pendant by any chance, is it? Why would you be selling these on the plane? Like, what? Like, of all the places to sell luggage, this is the one place you'd already have a suitcase. They just brought the whole duty-free shop onto the plane, yeah. What if your suitcase breaks mid-flight? Well, it was... Oh, well, yeah, I guess in this case it's not in the hold, is it? They're taking it with them into first class. Well, I don't know. Duct tape. I used to do that. I used to bring duct tape in my suitcase just in case that happened. I don't really bother anymore. I probably should. It's always useful, even... Not just for that, but just for all kinds of things. Ain't no problem, duct tape can't fix. Exactly, yeah. That's a good point. I should start bringing it with me again. I hate the way she's smiling. I have to wonder if those... Okay, I mean the breasts might be real, but if they're silicone, won't that be a problem? Because you can't swim with silicone or big silicone breasts, and flight attendants are required to be good swimmers, aren't they? Like that's part of the training. So that's an issue right there. But they might not be silicone, they might just be real. This is the Japanese fantasy that every woman just has gigantic boobs. Didn't know that you can't swim with implants. Yeah, I mean, well, when I was in Thailand, I knew of lady boys and ladies alike who had pretty huge implants, and they couldn't, like after they got them, they couldn't swim at all. Like, It's just, I don't know. It just it puts you upright all the time, so you can't swim. Well, you could probably, I don't know, do some sort of breaststroke, but you wouldn't be able to swim under the water, which is the important thing that flight attendants need to do. Yeah, I think it's only an issue if they're really big. I don't know. I'll probably have to look this up. That's actually quite interesting. I guess for women who get them, it doesn't matter. But I would hate to not be able to swim again. Okay, this conversation is going nowhere. Okay. Planes shaking cause it to roll. In-flight suitcase displays can be hazardous. Google says not to swim after breast augmentation surgery for about 3 weeks. I don't know, I don't remember now. It could be that the lady who was telling me had only recently gotten them, and she was saying... No, but she did tell me she tried to swim and couldn't swim, because it was interfering. I assume that recommendation is not because you can't swim, but because it's actually probably gonna push the implants up or something, or cause damage to it. I don't know. Funny thing is that in Thailand, breast implants are so common that everyone actually refers to the CC of implants. That's not a term I've ever heard outside of Thailand. Like, I've never heard a lady ask another lady, "Oh, what's your CC?" But in Thailand, that's just such a normal question to ask. Like, "What's your CC?" Mine is so and so. Like what does CC stand for? Cubic something or other. I don't even know what it stands for, but it's actually very common for people to talk about that. Yeah, cubic centimeters, yeah. It's very common for people in Thailand to talk about their CC. And compare CCs. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense, because it is a volume. Alright, I've been talking about breasts for so long, I've completely been distracted from what I'm doing here. We've been talking about suitcases all this time with this lady. But apparently that was important, that suitcase did that. So that could be what caused the broken glasses? If his head was in the way, but is it a bit early to be making that deduction? I feel like this might be a bit early. might not even be what happened, but... Damn it! My HP! No, okay. Let's not mess around with this now. Okay. I feel like I've seen everything now. Oh, I don't know. I guess I think you're the killer though, Mr. Edgeworth. What is she up to? What? I mean, it could be that she was telling the truth and the other lady did lie, but I don't think so. She's no use to us. What about this? She finds the stewardess suspicious. Okay. I mean, we could just ask the captain, but... Is there anything more for me here? From that hat, okay. Why do they point that out to us? That must be important, but it's weird that we don't enter it into evidence. There's more to be done here, I don't know what. I think we are supposed to do something with it. Wait, is this a coat stand? Ah! Okay, that's not important then. Am I supposed to do something then here? We know broken glasses and suitcase don't go together. No, not that. Get off. No! Tiny captain's hat. No, there's nothing. I don't think there's anything there to be done. What else can I do? That's all the objects in the room. I don't think there's anything else I can... It's that bag there. That's in the display case. Can't leave the room as well. I can present stuff to her, but she doesn't seem to be of any help. Talk about the refueling? It says there's something in this room. I don't see what else. Suitcase and tiny captain's hat? Oh, that doesn't make sense though. In-flight suitcase displays can be hazardous. But there's no hat on the suitcase, no. Should it be worn by... Hang on, let me have another look at her. Oh, it's the same Mr. Ifley. It's just the arms are really long. That's what was throwing me off. I see. So the hat is supposed to be on the Mr. Ifley. Because he's a captain. He's a captain cat. If the hat fits... Okay then. Can I do that then? Can I examine? Yay! Only now does he decide to actually investigate. Okay, what is that? Oh, are these travel wallets? So the glass is outside, so something kind of fell outwards from inside? Or the door was open at the time that the killer smashed the glass? And there's necklaces up here. Jewelry of some sort. Why is he not looking at it? Books. Why would anyone ever want to read these books? What about the door handle? Can we try the lock? It's been 2.5 hours already. I haven't even reached a save point. Speaking of which, I'll probably make a quick save. Okay, what about the floral one? No. So over here we've got bags. We've got an empty shelf here. Deduce? Yeah, this spot is where the, I mean, it's not a contradiction, it's the opposite. It's... Yes, there should be glass inside the case. Was it locked? Or was the door open? Okay, I guess it could have been the turbulence, yeah. After turbulence. Fine. So after 5, was it 5? 5 AM? No, 5:40. 5:40. Murder occurred before the turbulence. Wait. Based on what? What are we basing that on? We don't know that. Do we? No. Not sure about that. Oh, is she just trying to frame the other hostess? She's being really coherent now. Well, those are pretty much sort of the same thing, so they are connected. But it's not a deduction, is it? It is. Tell me, Miss Meal, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure, they totally ooze strange, like the color and the such. That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention. Ah, you're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. These suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Uptight. Okay, let's inspect the suitcases. What's so unusual about this suitcase? Ah, the doors, the little stoppers. Well, not the stoppers, the lack of stoppers. No, I think it's the. Well, I think this is what we should be clicking on now. Damn it! It's the lack of stoppers then. What? So it is very likely that this suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Fine. Zoom enhance. Right, there's no blood. There's a label on it. $1,200 price tag. Wow, okay. What's that? Nothing unusual there. Is that the lock? A bloody cloth. It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. Can we get an intermission now? So, explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used this suitcase in some manner. Such as to move something, perhaps? That might explain the drag marks. That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. The thing I believe the killer used this suitcase to transport is the body itself, I guess. That's gotta be the body. But he's too big. Could he fit in a suitcase? I don't think so. But it's gotta be what he means. Something that would fit inside a suitcase that is also covered in blood, except I don't think it would fit in the suitcase. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? But... In light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. It's gotta be the cargo hold. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? Exactly. Alright, she's starting to seem less suspicious now. She doesn't seem defensive. She doesn't seem to care that we're getting closer to the solution. What is it? But she does keep trying to pin it on Miss Rhoda. But then again, maybe she's right. Maybe it was Miss Rhoda. I don't know. I wanted to give you a bit more time. I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. The dead guy was getting it on with big tits. But then why was he killed? He says that he'd appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. Tenero found out. She was jelly. So she killed him. Okay. Well, you were right about Scotty in Heavy Rain, so that could be it. I understand his sentiments, however, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, it's not that big a deal. If the plane lands, everything's still going to be in order the way it is. The crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. Well, don't let anyone in the crime scene. Okay then. That doesn't sound like fun at all. So, have we? Not really. We found proof that it could feasibly have been it elsewhere. We already know it wasn't in the lounge because we were there, but what we found doesn't prove that it wasn't there. I mean, Tenero was pretty suspicious. I mean, the very fact that she accused us in the very first place could be her defensiveness. Alright, that's been 2 hours 45. I've definitely got to stop there. I was hoping to just do one whole chapter in one stream, but that's clearly not going to happen, so... I'm a bit disappointed that we haven't reached the courtroom yet. That's always the best bit of these games. Not the running around collecting evidence, but the actual courtroom. That's always the best bit. It seems this game focuses more on the detective scenes. Alright then, I'll just finish them. Alright. See you later, Pooh.